Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm making this video after a long gap. Hope you all are in great health and having a great time with family and friends. Well, those who might have watched my previous two videos would know that I was pregnant and I was due for my delivery in the month of September. I'm making this video today to share my experience of normal delivery and of a labor room, as long as I can remember those events in a chronological order. So, to begin with, I would like to tell you that I'm 3 months postpartum now. That is, my baby is 3 months old, and by God's grace, by Lord's blessings, everything is fine, safe, sound, and healthy. So, now let me get back to the flashback. Let me take you into the flashback of the events that happened on the day of delivery or prior to that. My gynac had given me a date of 15th September as a delivery date, but I delivered two weeks before the delivery date itself. And that was to begin with, on the 2nd of September, I started getting my, you know, cramps, which are famously known as, infamously known as, in fact, labor pains. So the thing is, previous to that also, I had got some cramps. Those were not exactly cramps. Those were that was the pain which was coming on and off, and that is again, popularly known as false labor pains. So the false labor pains phase had already crossed, and this was on the 2nd of September, early in the morning, by around 7:30, as far as I remember. I started getting some intense pain. This pain was not exactly the same as the false pains which I had got previously. I discussed it with my husband. I informed him of the pain that I was getting. He took me to the hospital where I had registered myself. It was a government hospital, a general hospital there in Pondicherry. I went to the hospital. It was also my sonography day, the final sonography day, in which my delivery date, or exact delivery date, or exact position of the, or status of the position and status of the baby was supposed to be revealed. So that was about it. We went to the hospital. Since my pain were getting too intense and unbearable, we rushed to the casualty directly. In the casualty ward also, I was told to get my sonography done first. So we went to the sonography section of the hospital. There was a long queue there. There were a lot of ladies waiting in the sonography queue. I had to wait for some time to, for my turn to get the sonography done. But I told the coordinators there about my pain and about the situation. They took my sonography then, and even after examining the sonography, they asked me to get admitted as long as I'm comfortable to get admitted. They also asked me if the pains are getting too bad and too unbearable. I said yes, they are definitely getting intolerable. So they asked me to get admitted. Then I went to the admission section. In the admission section, again, I had to go through some formalities, some tests and formalities and procedures there. My pain wasn't stopping at all. Okay, the frequency of my pain by then was every 2 minutes. The moment I was stepping ahead, the moment I was standing, the pain was getting intense, and the pain was exactly in both sides, in the stomach side as well as in the back. So that's a kind of pain which I had, which probably few of the ladies would know what kind of pain it is all about, the ladies who have delivered already. So that was the pain which I had never faced. I never got such a pain in my life earlier, like, since it is a part of our pregnancy and delivery, and it's my first baby. So this happened, and immediately after the admission, I was shifted to the isolation ward, along with other pregnant ladies who were due for their deliveries. And their pain, again, it totally depends on the pain getting extremely intense. Like, if your pain is extremely intense, they will take your case first, but because the pain is still examined and we still have to undergo certain ECGs and sonographies of of the womb to examine the baby's position. So my ECGs were also going on and off. Then in the middle of the night, when my pain went to the peak of it, the nurse who was on her duty in the isolation ward asked me if my pain is getting too unbearable. I said yes, definitely my pain is getting extremely unbearable. I don't exactly know what I need to do in this situation. Then she asked me to rush to the labor room. Well, now I'll tell you something. I had no clue what the labor room is all about. I was absolutely blank and clueless. I thought the labor room is again similar to any operation theater or an operation room where ladies are being taken care of. They are being asked to lie down on a proper bed along with some medical machineries around. So this labor room was, although similar to my imagination, but it wasn't exactly the same, because it's a government hospital and there are a lot of ladies in the labor room due for their deliveries. Oh my god, this experience is something which will remain in my memory for forever, I would say. The shrieking sounds, the noises, and the painful shrieks, painful screams of the ladies would be something that I cannot forget at all, including my own. So I was lying on one of the examination beds there in the labor room. They kept asking me if the pain is becoming more intense, because this is what a normal delivery is all about. The pain has to reach its peak. It has to reach its maximum for us to start pushing, because whenever it pains, our body starts reacting to it, right? So I didn't know exactly what to do in that situation. The doctors came, the nurses were around to see the situation. My ECGs were running every now and then to check the position of the baby. So it was early in the morning, by around 5:30. Yeah. The baby's head had not yet come to my cervix. It had not reached my cervix, and I was expecting the doctors to relieve my pain, but obviously the pain is needed for the normal delivery. So so the doctors kept scolding me, yelling at me. They started using harsh words for me to either get motivated or to push as much as I can, push at my maximum potential. But things were not looking all that great. Then also the doctors were continuously coming and putting finger pressure. The lady doctors were putting all their finger pressure on my cervix to either check the position of the baby or to break the water. Then finally one doctor came. She put her entire finger pressure onto my cervix and she broke the water. She broke my water out there, and that was the moment when all the doctors, all the nurses, they kept pushing me to push as much as I could. At that point of time, at that moment, I had no clue what that maximum limit of push is. And then at some points, even I was worried whether I'll be able to do this or not. I was thinking, I don't know if I'll be taken to the C-section, seriously, to the operation theater. So ultimately, by around it was around 12:30, and then I was screaming also a lot because of the pain. The moment the first time the doctor put her finger into my cervix, I had screamed to my maximum level. And then the doctors also started getting, the doctors were startled and they started getting a little stronger on their side, and they started pushing me, asking me to push as much as possible. And mostly the doctors told me that it would be a normal delivery. They cannot take me to the C-section, to the operation theater for this delivery. So I was left with no option but to push, push, and push. And then by 12:30, by around 12:30, even I thought that I might be giving up now, because I wasn't doing that great according to the doctors, because even I felt that by now the baby should have come out. That had not happened by then, because it had already I had already crossed 24 hours of my labor pains. More than 24 hours it was. The entire day went into the labor pains itself. The entire day went into, in fact, half a day went on the examination table of the labor room itself. Then finally, before 1:15, I thought that now it's not the time to give up. If I was going to give up, it was only going to be my failure. So I decided, I took out all my energy. I gathered all my energy rather, and decided to get my baby out safe and sound. And then finally, at one final push, I delivered my baby boy, healthy, sound, and safe. By Lord's grace, by God's gift, I am safe, my baby is safe, and everything is fine. I know it is quite a memory. I still can't forget those moments. But yeah, I would like to tell all the upcoming mothers that do not worry. I know it's something that we cannot ignore. The labor pains is a crucial part of our pregnancy and our deliveries. We just cannot neglect that part. But let me tell you something. If you keep faith and have, if you believe in yourself and have faith in the supernatural powers and Lord, you will deliver properly, you will deliver safely. Hope you all have a safe and sound delivery, and hope you all are doing well, having a healthy lifestyle, eating healthy. Stay safe, stay sound, stay safe, healthy, and may you have all the blessings of the Lord. Thank you.